It puts the kittens in the basket. That's what it's told. It puts the kittens in the fucking basket.
Hi guys, welcome to Rotting Flesh Movie Reviews. As always, it seems it's been a while. I've been working and moving again, as always, but nevertheless, we are back. We are now going to do Body Horror Month, which means I'll put out 1 to 4 episodes based on this topic of cinema, unless I decide it's just one. It's usually just one. Today we'll be looking at George Buttgrease's Nekromantik, a wonderful little art film that came out during 1987, the year I was born. This movie holds a special place in my heart because this is a movie that my friend Justin got me to borrow, knowing I've never seen something like this in my life before. This film was banned in 31 countries and was actually a great protest film for censorship back then in Germany. I think still actually is. And maybe you might not consider this a body horror film, but oh my god, do I disagree. I watched it once and thought, what? But then I watched it again and again. Now this movie starts off just gross with a woman taking a super hardcore piss. It's super disgusting. The piss girl and her boyfriend get into an accident and they tragically die. We then meet Rob, a street cleaner who has to clean up car accidents. We find out very shortly that he likes to take home body parts. He and his girlfriend play with said parts and like to keep them in jars. We get many strange scenes that seem like they're supposed to mean something. Like Rob watching TV and thinking of a past memory of a bunny being killed or beaten to death and skinned by a farmer. The bunny dies, guys. I'm sorry. And it's totally real, too. It's not even an ugly bunny either. During this, we see some memory of Rob cutting up a corpse in a mortuary or some shit. We then get a very silly kind of out-of-place scene. Not that it doesn't add to the story at all. It just seems kind of comical for a dark and moody film as this is. A man is picking apples and another man accidentally shoots him. He then throws the corpse into the pond. Rob, unfortunately, gets fired from his job. Or maybe that's really a good thing, being how, he just loves to fuck people's organs and whatnot, and guts and shit. But not before smuggling home a dead man's rotting corpse from however long ago he got killed. Yuck. They promptly begin fucking it. How, you might ask, do you fuck a dead man's body? Yep. Betty, we come to find out, is falling in love with the corpse and decides to run away with it. So anyway, I don't want to tell you what happens after that, as not much happens in this movie, and I think it's worth seeing if you can enjoy graphic content. Now that George Buttgrease guy, he directed this film really well. He used 8mm film, which made this flick look super, super ridiculous and totally fed into the world that he was trying to create. It's basically a drama for necrophiles. The love scenes with the corpse had music behind it that made this movie even more interesting, because it was so different in comparison to what you were watching. The music seems like it's supposed to be over something beautiful, not over something to do with necrophilia. The acting was actually quite good. Rob and Betty seemed to flow very naturally. The characters weren't exactly likable, but I don't think they were supposed to be. Dialogue is hard to determine as I don't speak German. I am in fact a German person, but I do not speak it. I do have a square head though, so that is racist. The writing at times was very slow paced, but there was actually something usually there to look at and think over. Basically, the look of the film mattered more than the writing did. The music was awesome in this movie. It all sounds very much like an art film, but it is, so yeah. The only song I really don't care for, but it works anyway, is a song played during the love scenes with the dead body. The special effects were done very well at some points and then very kind of silly at other points. But they work all the same and they get the point across. The corpse being, of course, the best set piece of all. I absolutely love this corpse. He just looks fucking cool. So can I recommend Nekromantik? Well, it's not for everyone. My grandma would probably hate this movie. But actually, this is one of my favorite movies. I just love the atmosphere. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I can recommend it to someone who wants to see something different, but fucked up. Maybe abuse crack while doing it. That might help. I give Nekromantik an 8.5 out of 10. You get your stuff in there. You get your little card there. You get your weird little thingy. I don't really know what that's supposed to. I guess it's like a postcard. Who would send this to anyone? And you get a fake photograph of this. So, I mean, this is probably one of the better editions because it comes with a lot of cool stuff. It's got two versions of the movie. One of them is like 8mm, kind of that kind of thing, so that you can get the shitty quality, which is actually better to watch Nekromantik as, because the shittier the quality, it almost looks real. But you get, your introduction with George Buttgrease, question and answer with George Buttgrease and some other asshole. You get commentary by George Buttgrease. You get the making of Nekromantik, and a couple. You also get Hot Love, which I've never actually watched. It's like a short movie or something he did. But the thing is about what some of the features of this that really pissed me off, and you'll find this out throughout my reviews of George Buttgrease's movies. And I know that I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm just doing it on purpose. I think it's like George Buttgrease, whatever. I don't fucking care. He's not French, but point being is that he actually took. Here's the fucking sly thing that he did: is he took the Nekromantik special features, plus the Nekromantik 2, plus his Turdosking or Tudusking special features, and put them all into one documentary, calling it Corpse Fucking Art, which I just think is really rude because you literally took all your like everything that you threw into this special feature, you threw into your Nekromantik 2 special feature, plus your Tudusking for some reason, because I think it's a less known movie. Either way, this is the way to buy Nekromantik. I would say that's about all I can say. I like the DVD edition a little better just because it's more aesthetically pleasing. I think this is the kind of movie that you don't want a slipcase for, as much as I got one, but you don't want one. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye now. Peace, and thank you for watching. Bye. That Magic Production.